So, hello everybody, and good evening, or technically good night here right now. Yeah, so I've already checked the loop. It looks like it's good. Okay, and yeah, hello everybody. Once again, good evening. Oh yeah, I forgot to silent the notification. So sorry there. Okay, so hello everybody, and good evening here from Sarawak, from Borneo. It's 10:57 10 p.m. here on 24 of May 2026 on Sunday. So yeah, because we are actually 8 hours ahead of the universal time coordinate. So using UTC time, it will be around 2:57 p.m., almost 2:58 p.m. there, around the London time. But it is what it is. It should be good. And yeah, I'm back again, everybody. So don't worry. So don't worry if you don't see me. Yeah. So hello, this is my face, my virtual avatar here. So yeah, we instead of me wasting too much time, I will introduce myself here. So hello everybody, and good evening here. I'm Daniel Suguwa, your host today for us to witness the launch of the Long March 2F rocket that will be carrying the Shenzhou-23 manned crewed mission to the Tiangong Space Station, and it's going to be launched from the Jiuquan satellite launch satellite launch center. I believe that's the name. It should be it. Yeah. Yeah. So I was correct. Jiuquan satellite launch center. We are going to see, let me see here, because I'm also dabbling up myself here as well. It will be launched from the space launch site, aka slash launch complex 43, aka also known as the um launch active, something like that. I don't remember what A is it, but something about that. Launch A something of 4. So we are going to see that launch today, and rather than wasting you too much time, I'm going to give you straight to the point. Here we shall go, shall we? Okay, so awesome. We are less than 10 minutes before the launch. And yeah, I intentionally did not go live a bit. Actually, there's a little bit of long story why, but let's just say real life situation as well. And yeah, it's also and also because lots of things to be done in the real time. So yeah, so it is what it is. And for now, I'm still going to open the music because trust me, it's what you're hearing right now. It's basically just a sound, like a little bit white, slight white noise sound for the communication. Yeah, so it can be a little bit boring. So I might as well still keep the music on. Yeah, and also because I'm using the feed directly straight from the international rocket launches as well. And yes, this is also feed from the um, China Central Television, aka CCTV, and also the Xinhua, and both of it are state, basically like a state. The first one is the state broadcaster, and the second one is the state news paper entities. So that's so while we are using that kind of feed, international rocket launches actually able to give us this feed with clean feed, I can say. Yeah, because usually, trust me, usually when I try to cover this stuff, most of it are a little bit boring talk here and there. So usually I replace it with something a little bit like this one. Okay, just give it clean as and nice feed, raw feed as much as possible here. Yeah, it's better to just let the pictures or in this case, let the video, let the stream tells you 1000 gazillion things way better than than these things did. So yeah, and yeah, this stream, and because of that, unfortunately, it means that I'm not going to go live too long as well, because, well, as I said, I have a lot of things need to do in real life as well. So that's why I actually also live quite late actually. So pardon me with that. And also, I need to tell you something. I'm actually, if you see on my channel that I I actually put the about the Starship launches, the IFT-12 integrated flight test. I still call it integrated flight test, even though nowadays SpaceX just used the word flight 12 only, right? But I'm using the IFT-12 because it's still technically accurate as well, up until they finish that stuff. In fact, I've already watched the replay. Actually, IFT-12 is pretty interesting, very interesting. Lots of things that are genuinely is exciting, even for me as a space flight nerd. But I'm very, very genuinely sorry that I could not stream that stuff. On that stuff, you try to imagine this. You want to go to church as well, right? But at the same time, you are very, very tired for the whole day previously. That you overslept that day, so you didn't remember that you should actually go and wake up from the bed. So I'm genuinely sorry. I really cannot do that kind of stream. So I'm very, very sorry. I cannot stream Starship Flight 12 slash IFT 12 mission. So I'm very sorry. Even though it's very interesting, and so far it fares way better than what I expected, and even most of the spaceflight nerds expected for the version 3. It's actually much better flight debut in comparison to the IFT in compared to the previous version 1 and also version 2 missions as well. So yeah, whenever they have the flight 13 slash IFT 13 mission at some point, I will try to go stream as much as possible if I can. T minus 5 minutes before the launch. So yeah, looks like the indicator of the for the IRL looks like it's 1.5 seconds a bit ahead there. So but we should get roughly a good idea there as well. So yeah, and also I'm also want to say sorry as well that I cannot go live as well for the launch of the Synspective's Streak 7 Earth observation satellite as well, onboarding the Rocket Lab's Electron rocket. I'm very, very sorry as well. I seriously want to say there's a lot of things happening behind the scene that I cannot do much with it, but that's the best the ability that I can do. If I can stream, I'll stream, but if I cannot, I just straight up just delete it, or just straight up, if you don't see any kind of live indication even up until T minus 5 up until T minus 1 minute, or maybe even T minus 0, then you know it's straight away I cannot go for the day. But the rest of it, don't worry, I still save the description and also the link itself that's not yet streamed. So I will use again the stream link, okay, for the next time when we have the option. But beside that, this is the launch view from the Jiuquan satellites launch center here on this pad right now. Maybe for simplification, we call this LA4. Okay, and what you're looking right now is the Long March 2F rocket here. On top of the Long March 2F is the Shenzhou spacecraft. In this, okay, and in this case, this is for the Shenzhou-23 mission. Okay, so to give you a little bit of information, just to simplify a bit, what we need to know is that the Shenzhou spacecraft is basically a modernized and much larger in size and also volume, habitable in this around the spacecraft version of the Soyuz. It's basically an enhanced Soyuz, but better, better something like that. But if China did better than what Russia did with their Soyuz spacecraft there, and also all of these rocket stages of the Long March 2F is essentially a direct, let's just say like direct derivative from the Long March 2E rocket debuted back in 1990. Okay, where this Long March 2E originally it has tons of reliability issues and whatnot with the notwithstanding with the max Q supersonic speed and whatnot. So what this so with that, eventually when Long March 2E no longer in use, they split this development into two. The Long March 3B, very specific for launching satellites and also payloads into the space, and Long March 2F. 2F is basically also similarly also improved based on that, and also I believe also have some parallel improvement from the Long March 3B. Okay, but specific for the manned mission as well, and more, and all of the rocket stages you need to remember it's actually burn this. Okay, T minus 1 minute, T minus 60 seconds, and get ready for the launch. And I will put this music off. Okay, and you need to remember the propellant is the bipropellant rocket. It's hypergolic, very toxic. It uses the dinitrogen tetroxide. Okay, the beeps has already begin. Okay, it uses dinitrogen tetroxide as the oxidizer and the unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrazine UDMH as the fuel itself. So, and when this ignites on contact, when it's on contact together inside the combustion chamber, it will burn itself pretty well spontaneously. Okay, T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we have ignition. And here we go. We have ignition of the Long March 2F rocket and liftoff from the Jiuquan satellite launch center from the LA4. Okay, so it's pretty loud sound even from what I can control, and looks like it's launching as well for the Shenzhou 2023 mission going to the on the way journey to the Tiangong, how do I say, from the Tiangong Space Station, heading to it. Okay, and it's just slightly almost passing the moon, but well, it's all good. Okay. Oh, okay. So basically that's the Tiangong space station apparently. Okay, so you can see T plus 1 minutes, and by now it should be almost going into the region of the max Q. Okay, should be going into the region of the max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure, fully loaded and fully peak on the rocket, and also at some extension on the spacecraft as well. Okay, and that's it. It should be good as well for this entire whole flight. As you can see, usually on the night when this propellant combination burns together in the night, it looks pretty spectacular, very solid, reddish, a reddish pinkish color. But on but usually on daytime it can the rocket flame exhaust, it can looks a little bit pretty, how do I say, it can actually looks a little bit pretty pretty translucent, pretty translucent, transparent, and you can see the launch tower has already jettisoned, aka known as the launch escape system as well. It's already separated. And get ready in for the side booster separation, and then followed by the first stage boosters separated as well. That one is not going to be long after, should be 5 seconds or less after the side boosters to be separated here. Here we go. Get ready for the booster separation. Okay. Side booster has already burned out and separated, and also not long after that, also first stage booster separated, and the second stage has already taken its job as well. Okay, and right now at T plus 2 minutes and 55 seconds like that, we actually find just use the official controller here, and here's the look right now of the rocket engines there. If you actually see, it's actually intentionally expand. Actually, it's intended for the rocket engine's nozzle to be very bigger and wider for the space environment usage. And get ready for the fairing separation. Okay, here we go. And we have fairing separations here. We have already confirmed T plus 3 minutes and 35 seconds into the flight. Already separated the fairing, which right now exposes the Shenzhou spacecraft, especially Shenzhou 23 spacecraft with its 3 crew to the space environment, and also allowing these 3 uh, much more accurate, we will call them taikonauts as well, which enables the 3 taikonauts involved in this mission to go to actually watch outside right now, so they can see what's happening around after the fairing separations there. And right now we are at T plus 4 minutes and 20, around 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the flight. Looks like all the missions looks pretty good. And here we go at T plus 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, all the missions looks fine. Parameter is also good as well. Okay, and here we go again. We still see as these 3 crews is actually still currently doing their job right now. And just to give you a little bit of update about the Shenzhou 23 crew here, let me go and search again because yeah, I'm actually preparing this as fast as I can. So pardon me. Okay, pardon me. Even the crew itself actually were revealed like only 1 to 2 days before this mission, so not much else we know about them. Okay, but I will try give as much as possible. And yeah, just to give you some update, in case you see why the rocket nozzles not only widen but also lengthen up on the second stage. That one for this optimized for the space environment operations. It's because when you're in space, back there are practically little to no Earth atmospheres atmospheric pressure there that keeps the rocket flames holding down, so it can expand to the infinity or bigger usually, to the infinity and bigger as well. But in this case, rocket flame exhaust is basically the limitation how long it actually can expand, and also can go very infinite. So, and also because of that also, it involves the thrust efficiency lost and also effectiveness as well. So to mostly retain that capabilities, usually they will lengthen up and also widen up the rocket nozzles itself in the first place. And also, if you see why there is also small rocket nozzle there, from what I remember, that one is either vernier rocket engines or the small exhaust gas generator cycle rocket. You need to remember this is actually a gas generator cycle. So technically, you can treat that small rocket nozzles on the left side there, left side of that bigger main rocket engine there, as the also gas generator cycle rocket there. That one usually what it does is that In the nutshell, the how it does is that it's going to flow up a small portion of the propellants into the preburner, where the preburner that's burned being used to actually turn the turbine, turn the turbine for the both propellant, in this case for the dinitrogen tetroxide N2O4, and also the unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrazine UDM hash. It moved these propellant line together, going inside the combustion chamber, and looks like um we have main engine um extinction, or main engine cut off. Okay, where the vernier engine cut off will soon follow as well, but few minutes into the flight as well. Okay, that that one where, just to give you a little bit of update, where it burns into the combustion chamber, and then combustion chamber, and then some of it were used to also cool down uh, the the rocket chamber, and the rocket engines as well, alongside with the combustion chamber. It lines up to that pipe, and also goes to the combustion chamber, and most of these, let's just say all of this pre-burn propellant, it will be expelled out to the vernier engine, or in this case to this gas generator nozzle. There you see the small one that's still in the operation. That one is where where the gas generator cycles engine sort of, not sort of, it's actually very useful as well in this mission, especially if the precision and also accuracy of the mission are very important. This is where gas generator cycle actually still very useful to this day, till this day as well. So gas generator cycle is not going out anytime soon. Okay, because you need that kind of precision as well for the space flight, especially for this main mission, because it needs to go to the orbit, where the Tiangong Space Station located precisely and also accurately as much as possible. And in this case, the onboard rocket controller will also going to decide when to cut off according to the performance of the engine itself. And when it's detect like, okay, it's fine, okay, looks like we have running engine cut off, then you can see where the payload adapter finally separated the Shenzhou-23 spacecraft. Right now, they are ongoing to the Tiangong Space Station, and looks like the mission, at least up until the separation, already completed less than 10 minutes. But for the solar array panels deployment, we will see this in action. We might see this happening on the outside of the Shenzhou-23 spacecraft camber. At some point, we will see that. And right now they are going into the checklist to see what additional steps they need to be taken as well, before they finally can head it properly to the destination. So yeah, and also to give you some update, the crew involved in this mission, yeah, yeah, so yeah, so in this mission, there's actually three crew in this mission. The first one is the Zhu Yangzhu. This one previously commanded he previously commanded Shenzhou 16 mission, and if I remember, he also was a he also was a PLAAF, PLAAF, the People's Liberation Army Air Forces pilot jet as well, if I remember correctly. He was one of the one of it on the pilot jet mission as well, but eventually become astronauts at this or taikonauts in this mission. Okay, and also the second also, yeah, and the second in this mission, there's also a woman on board this mission. Her name is Lai Ka-ying. Okay, so apparently she's a former superintendent in the Hong Kong police force. which makes her which actually makes her the first Hong Kong citizen to travel to space. Okay, and also apparently the first female pilot specialist as well for this mission. And we looks like we have successful solar array panels separation. So that's a very good news as well. And by now, the additional antennas should have already been properly deployed by this point. And also, finally for this mission, yeah, finally for this mission is the for the pilot of this mission is the Zhang Zhiyuan or Jiyuan. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce his name. For this mission, this is his first space flight of this mission, so that's that. And he's going to spend his time in the space for 1 year. So that's that. That's basically the information in the brief. Not much else interesting to tell so far, but well, it is what it is. You know what that mean. But yeah, and aside from that, we will still going to watch this one up until the official announcement by the how do I say by the spaceport administration director. We might see that soon as well. How what's going to be the closing note for that, and then after that, when there's nothing more, we can finally just we can finally end this stream as well. And also because I have something to do tomorrow, so I'll try to end this as soon as possible as well. Okay. And yeah, and this is looking pretty good so far. Okay. And as you can see, that's why I said this is basically a super and this is basically an enlarged and modernized Soyuz spacecraft, but well with with Chinese with China literally just coming up with the design, some kind of other design and improvement as well, that some of these things we might not understood, but it is what it is. And as you can see, there's actually the pen as well for writing, and it's floating around. So I guess yeah. So I think the astronauts looks like they have just a little bit of wiggling room to enjoy a little bit, I guess. Maybe yeah, some of it as well. So hence that's why if you actually see on the mission patch as well of the Shenzhou-23, because how do I say, because Lai Ka-ying, uh, because she's actually from the Hong Kong, so that's why you see why the mission patch actually featured the Bahunia flower as well, which is one of it which actually displayed on the flag of the Hong Kong as well. So yeah, that's basically in the nutshell. Okay, but that's it. Not much else interesting factors that I can tell you because well, it is what it is. But well, it's okay. And I guess maybe it's better for me to just open the music while we are still waiting. Yeah, because this can be a little bit boring for you guys. So I'll just open up. Okay, and that's it. That should be good. And now you can see as the Shenzhou-23 spacecraft is right now orbiting around the Earth. And fortunately, they do not have to use any kind of abort mode. So yay, it's all good. And 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 even on the how do I say? Okay, I think they have some audio loop, I guess. Okay, it's okay. But in the case of anything happens, let's just say in the orbit and whatnot, technically they still can do some a little bit of checklist, and then they have to come up with the solution as soon as possible, and then have to calculate which one to fire the thruster, where basically they have to flip the spacecraft 180 degrees, fire that thruster up on the bottom of the Shenzhou-23 spacecraft. If you see the thruster there, in case any problem, they just need to flip 180 degrees, burn it up, and then they have to land it back on Earth in case any kinds of problem appears uh, on this orbiting mission as well. But so far it looks so far so good. So there's no needs for any kind of abort. So the mission can continue in a way what it actually intended to be. So yeah, and and yeah, so far this is this is this is already a year plus since last time I actually okay. Okay, so basically it's just like they just like declare, hey, everything fine and whatnot, but we will see the real final word the space uh, s- from the space administrator themselves. I believe not only from the spaceport administrator as well, but also from the main representative of the China Manned Space Agency, CMSA, that actually do this kind of manned mission, and also to some extension also merge this Chang'e uh, Chang'e moon mission, and also with the future deep space mission as well. Right now it's under the purview of the CMSA. So that's that. And looks like we are still waiting. And here we go. We will listen in for the final word of confirmation of the congratulatory message. So let's listen in, even though I don't understand, but it's okay.
长征2号
You might
F
know it.
23火箭已将神舟23号载人飞船准确送入预定轨道，飞船工作正常。我宣布，神舟23号发射任务取得圆满成功。
Okay, so that's it. Basically, um, already congratulate for the successful mission, and that's basically it. The mission has already been successfully completed as well, and yeah, all of it looks good and very nice. Well, and yeah, for the Shenzhou 24 mission, this actually we don't know when. Could be could be a year or half a year from now, depending on how urgent they need for the next mission. So yeah, so that's it, everybody. So thank you so much. Looks now the mission has already fully completed, and yeah, there's not much else need to say, isn't it? So that's why I said after the all of these speeches finish, that's it. It's already the end of the mission. So and also the end. So practically the end of the feat as well. So of the feat. So yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and coming and visiting this my stream and also my channel. If you really like it, I really appreciate your time. Okay, and also yeah, I really appreciate your time. Even if it's just little, it's actually better than nothing. Okay, and also because as probably most of you already know, if you even watch my channel just slightly, even though I stream as much as I can, I do not do this on daily basis because yeah, well, this is above my paycheck, my pay grade, okay, and also because I do this on my free time as well. So yeah, every of your little view, dedicated subscriber followers, you 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 are very much appreciated, and I'm very very thankful that you actually come in, even though the viewership from my counter is not very that many. It's even less than 20, but who cares? Okay, if you're very interested about the topic, you might as well just talk. Okay, you just keep talking, just be a little bit crazy and whatnot, that's basically the life, that's basically the life, so don't worry about that, and as how do want to say, mm, even what I'm doing, I cannot guarantee myself I can keep doing this all the time, because I don't know, deep dive in my heart, I have want to do lots of interesting things as well, other than just narrating, commentating about spaceflight launches and even the missions as well, and also whatnot, so not everything will last long, but I try to do as much as I can, as much as I'm still living, so it makes sense for me to keep doing whatever I want to do. Okay, and yeah, that's basically the best I can say, just for a little bit of night philosophy, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know. That's the only best thing I can comment so far. Yeah. So, but anyhow, I also want to say as well that soon we also going to have another rocket or whatever mission launches as well, but it's not going for to be for the Starlink. I think I can say everyone already watched this a lot, very much, and I don't think it's even fair for me to just keep streaming these star Starlink too much. Yeah, and yeah, I can close that remark because we are not live anymore. So yeah, this is it. Looks like for this month. Okay, for this month we will only have two rocket launches. Okay, the first one, uh, would be on Wednesday. And I'm talking in local time, okay? And also coincidentally, also Beijing time also share our time zone here as well. Universal time coordinate plus 8 hours. So yeah, it's going to be for the launch of the Long March 7A. This one will be launched from the Wenchang Space Launch site in Hainan Island in China. We will see this one also soon. It says unknown payload, but big chance it could be either Tianfan or possibly for the um for the Tianfan, aka Space Cell, or the Guowang, aka a thousand cells. So possibly we will see either these two, or could be different payloads. Who knows? We will know this from we will only know what will happen next from based on the official state media statement, if any. Okay, and also afterward it will be on Saturday 7:33 a.m. here, or could be a little bit changes here. I don't have any problem because this one is still within my limit of time. Okay, so I still have time to go to church, so it's good. It's good. I still have time to go to church, so I will try to stream this as well. Hopefully they don't have to delay the time, so I can go for the launch. And the launch window basically will be 29 minutes. Okay, but hopefully they can launch this right on time. Yeah, they have planned hold on build for around T-5 minutes, but usually if there's nothing problem, usually they will not hold it. They will just straight away just let it go like this. We will see this for this Amazon Leo LS07 launch on Saturday 30 May 2026 on 7:33 a.m. here. universal time coordinate plus 8 hours in Sarawak in Borneo. We are 8 hours ahead of the universal time coordinate. So we will see this also soon. Okay, this one would be the penultimate launch of the Atlas 5 551 rocket configuration. This one would be the second to the last mission. That's actually what the penultimate means for this variant. After that, the LA-08 would be the last flight ever for the Atlas 5 551. So yeah, it's a pretty long time ago. You know, since the first mission, especially with the New Horizons missions that's going to the Pluto. Yeah, and also even then the decision for the IAU, where they redesignate the Pluto as a dwarf planet. Basically, it's quite controversial decision. I mean, even for my assessment, this is my own opinions. You don't have to agree, but based on my personal opinion, and especially when I look some kind of facts in here and there, it's just like it doesn't make sense to even call Pluto as a dwarf planet. Maybe it still need to reinstate as planet, but whatever I'm talking about, I'm not here to start any kind of heat argument here and there. So yeah, that it's already been 20 years, more than 20 years ago since the New Horizons actually launched. So yeah, with this, yeah, for that mission actually uses this one. That one is also the inaugural. That was also an inaugural flight for the Atlas 5 551 rocket configuration. Remember that we are talking about the 2006. Okay, so it's pretty long time ago. It's already 20 years plus right now since the mission, and yeah, looks like it's going to be retired soon. You know, I mean, we have better rocket this day, but well, looks like even the Atlas rocket family right now, it's already in the last leg right now. And then after this variant, it will be the Atlas 5 and 22 rocket with the two strap-on boosters, and instead of the payload adapters for the satellite, it will be replaced with the spacecraft adapter instead, with the Boeing Starliner spacecraft instead. So that's going to be that. So yeah, moving forward, it will be this mission. Okay, this will be the Atlas 5 and 22. Afterward, we will not see that. We'll not see this kind of stuff anymore. You know, that's why I said it's been a memory a long times ago. You know, one of a kind unique rocket as well. Even though nowadays it doesn't even make sense in term of cost as well. You know, and even then there are much better alternative, better options out there, like SpaceX with their Falcon 9, Falcon, and also occasionally with the Falcon Heavy. That one is, we already knew about it. And also I do actually note that some of my previous not only previous viewers, it's like even current viewers, some of them are actually very tired looking at the Falcon 9 rocket launches. So that's why I do not go with the launches that much anymore. So that's why I actually right now just mostly reserve it for very very, how do I say, very very high impact mission nowadays with the Falcon 9 rocket. And occasionally, very occasionally, when if few months passes by, only then I will consider stream the Starlink rocket launches onboarding the Falcon 9 rocket, both from the Cape Canaveral and also from the Vandenberg. After that, it's going to be another silent few months as well, unless that mission happens to be the last, second and also the last mission ever launches on board the Falcon 9 rocket. Only then I will try to cover as much as possible, and at least I would like to bid a farewell as well to the era of Falcon 9. I mean, even then, for me, if you ask me properly, I don't think Falcon 9 will be here longer anymore. It could, and also we will see possible possible slow sorry, slow phase out of the Falcon Heavy as well. I mean, it's a very legendary rocket as well. Okay, it's not just like very slight modification stuff from the Falcon 9. No, 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 no. That's basically a strengthened up version of the Falcon 9 with some more modification there, that one as well. So yeah, it's going to be that stuff. And when I think properly about this one, I'm actually very sad that I didn't that I didn't have that my life back then did not give me opportunity that much to actually cover about this Atlas 5 rocket launches. I mean, yeah, I'm actually quite a bit jealous that that I'm not able to stream this kind of stuff. One of the interesting rocket, but eventually all good things must come to the end. And I think even when I consider about this situation, at least this is not me talking anything bad, okay, but this is just like me reflecting this back in retrospective. At least like Clear Usui, at least she's able to cover other than these two rocket configuration that I covered in the past. With the Atlas 5 and 22 rocket, I covered for the Boeing Starliner 1 mission. Okay, that one you already know the outcome. The launch was successful, but well, tons of problem in the orbit, and then eventually they have to come back using Crew Dragon spacecraft instead. So yeah, it's not full successful mission. But even then, the Starliner spacecraft, the Starliner 1, fortunately did come back very safely. But yeah, not the kind of risk stuff NASA really wants back then. So yeah, I mean, other than these two, which I've already covered, Atlas 5 and 22 rocket, and also Atlas 5 551 rocket, I think Clear Usui are much more lucky that she's able to cover this one stuff. Atlas 5 531, Atlas 5 551, this one is pretty long time ago. VTubing stuff barely even exists in its form this day. I mean at the time I was a little child. What do I even? How do you even think I could even stream this kind of stuff? Even then, if I do able to stream that stuff, wow, I would have been a pioneer back then. Seriously, I would have been a pioneer rather than just following the mold like today. And also, at least she has the ability to cover this Atlas 5 551. Atlas 5 501, also very cool. Atlas 5 421. I think maybe she did briefly able to cover this Atlas 5 411, or maybe not. I'm not sure, because if I remember, she actually started her channel around 10 October 2020, and also coincidentally also the same date where TV Sarawak, or TVS, our state local broadcaster here in Sarawak, also stream. So yeah, I can say TVS, TV Sarawak, and also Clear Usui also share the same birthday at this point. Same birthday, same year, same months as well, and same day. So yeah, so that's why it's pretty pretty memorable for me to actually know when she's actually starts streaming. And also with the Atlas 5 Atlas 5 401 rocket as well. So yeah, it's pretty wild. At least she's able to cover this stuff. In the meantime, I just only able to cover with only SRB stuff instead of with the as original as possible kind of rocket configuration, because even the slow moving Atlas 5 rocket is still pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty long time ago. I do really miss this rocket at some point. It's not reusable, yes, that's true. It's also not the most cost effective stuff, yes, that's also true. But I can say the legacy of the Atlas 5 rocket would be like Ariane 5 rocket. Very expensive, very powerful, but also very memorable for its role back in the day, especially when new space was still a thing, and also back when practically SpaceX around that time still struggling with their rocket as well, with the Falcon 1, the first flight ever. It was not successful. Yeah, so it's quite a time. It doesn't mean I did not appreciate the new space right now. It's just like the kind of stuff that have already gone up. It's basically it. But yeah, as the quotation ever said, nothing lasts forever. Yeah, it's not lasting forever, but it is what it is. It's a joy to know you, Atlas 5 rocket. Yeah, we will not see that one flying anytime soon anymore. And I don't even know if Boeing Starliner will be able to fly right on time before even the ISS retirement as well. The International Space Station retirement in 2030, if I remember correctly, could be also extended as well if they decided it's way too important. Maybe they want to eke a little bit more years from 2030. I don't know. Some part of me feels like I believe that it's not going to be 20. Sorry, excuse me. Some part of me believe that it's probably not going to be 2030. It's probably they will just eke out a little bit. Possibly they might retire the ISS probably in 2031 or 2032 or maybe 2033, just to mark just so that that NASA, any kind of other space agencies that also collaborate, like Canadian Space Agency, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, Roscosmos, and also European state member like the which cumulating with that cumulate. How do I even pronounce this? I was so bad with this. Which culminate into European Space Agency, okay, and also other minor space agency as well in the world. Okay, that one I think it's going to be retired probably just 20 years 20 years ahead after the continuous human presence on space, just enough for that, and also just enough to allow the second, practically another successor to the ISS to be built at some point. Who knows? We will see the timeline as well. It's going to be a memory, I really miss it. And also another rocket launches that we will see, this one for the next month, but the rest of it are no guarantee, so I will only say what we might actually see. The first one is the 1 June at 1 p.m. 1 June 2026 on 1 p.m. here, local time, universal time coordinate plus 8 hours, or if in Korea, South Korea, it will be just +1 from our 8 hours ahead. It will be on 2 p.m. there. with which they will launch the let's just say like a uh, solid solid rocket ADD. ADD stands for Agency for Defense Development, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Agency for Defense Development. This one will be launched offshore from the launch platform offshore from the Jeju Island. Yeah. So this will be one of the unique kind of rocket launchers. This one is the also, if I remember, it's doubly known as the DUB LY. Yeah, DUBLY. It's also doubly known as the GUB from GYUB. That one is the shorthand form from the Korean from the Hangul initialization as well. So maybe for easier stuff, I will just call it GUB ADD instead, or GUB AD. Possibly that's what I'm going to call it from now forward, or maybe ADD solid field SLV, I guess. I don't know how to even proceed with this. This one will be a full rocket stages stack, so we are going to see that soon. Okay, it's pretty stub rocket for its actual height and size. So yeah, so pretty interesting. I mean, so far no reliability issue with this rocket. So yeah, I can see why they will keep developing this stuff. This one is basically like, for imagine like a Minotaur. It's like the South Korea's Minotaur rocket basically is, or like the Russia's Start One rocket, but it's basically like the counterpart, like the Russia with their Start One rocket, or /1M, if that's even going to be on the fly anytime soon, and also with the US with the Minotaur rocket. Basically, it's like that kind of stuff. Okay, so we might see that soon. And also another one, also interesting, would be for the H330 test flight. And also I forgot to mention that the demo flight, if it's even going to be flying for the ADD solid field SLV, that's going to be the date as well where our Gawai Dayak celebration, and for us in Sarawak, and also for the Kalimantan part, and also with the Kamatan festival. All of it are harvest festival. Okay, and also our local holiday here in Sarawak, and also in Borneo. So it's basically going to be that day. So we might see. And also because I'm not able to go back yet because of, well, whatever university shenanigan stuff, with the exams, with the assessment stuff, all of this shenanigan stuff. So that's why I'm not able to go back for now. And also another interesting stuff as well would be the H330 rocket test flight. Okay, on 10 June 2026 on 8:53 a.m. here, local time, universal time coordinate plus 8 hours. For Japan time, it's basically just at 1 hour as well, similar to the basically South Korea and Japan using the same time zone, which will be 9 hours. It will be, for them, it will be 9:53 a.m., which we will see the first flight ever of the H3. Okay, for the H3 rocket without any kind of solid rocket boosters. This one will be three main engine instead of the two main engines found on the typical H3 rocket launches. So it's going to be very interesting. We will see that this one soon. And yeah, so maybe if this will be in the flight, maybe we can even say that H3 rocket is H3 rocket generations basically now becoming like the Delta 4 rocket of the Japan's version of the Delta 4 rocket as well. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting, and you know that's why I like this rocket, because it really reminds me a lot of the Delta 4 and also Delta 4 heavy rocket, you know. Even though we are not going to see that strap, that another big strap on boosters, another big side boosters as well, that also kind of mirroring that Delta 4 heavy. We are not going to see that, but the color scheme really reminds me that day. So yeah, I really hope for the best. I would like this H3 rocket to succeed as well. Oh, and looks like they have the opening window time will be almost 2 hours or 2 hours. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. We will see that soon. Okay. And also around the same day as well, it will be for the launch of the EOS-05 Earth Observation Satellite, if you want to know what EOS actually means. Okay. As also known as the GSAT dash 1A. In case you want to know, GSAT actually stands for GEO, which is, if I remember, geosynchronous Earth orbit, set imaging or imager satellite. So basically, that's actually what the GSAT actually means, and also EOS actually means this one. If I remember, this will be the last launch outside of the last launch outside the last launch of this real pure GSLV Mark II variant, outside of the Navik satellite, aka also known as the IRNSS, which actually stands for the India Regional Navigation Satellite System, or Navik. Navik actually stands for Navigation Indian Constellation or Communication, if I remember correctly, either these two. So this will be the last flight mission supposedly for this one. After that, we will see, mostly it will be for the Navik mission as well, Navik / IRNSS mission. Yeah, and after that mission, there's also going to be another last launch supposedly, but that one will be only specific for that one. Instead of using the CE, if I remember, it's not using the CE20, or it's using like CE7, 8. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong facts. It would be very bad for me, but it's something to do with the CE rocket engines on the upper stage. That one would be instead replaced with the PS4 rocket stages. It uses the dinitrogen tetroxide, N2O4. That one is the oxidizer, and then with the UDM hash, the unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrazine, as the oxidizer. So basically, the upper stage will be replaced by the PS4 stage. And let's just say, if we can take that as the GSLV in a sort, that's going to be the final launch ever for the GSLV rocket family as a whole. After that, it's going to be replaced by LVM3, aka Launch Vehicle Mark III, and also Launch Vehicle Mark III, SSLV, Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, and also PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. So, and even then, we don't know how long PSLV will actually last. SSLV will still going to have role moving forward, but yeah, that's basically the long short story. Okay, even then, if you actually see the GSLV right now, GSLV rocket family as a whole, especially with the GSLV Mark II, I consider this rocket basically the experimentation era is basically like, it's already nearly exhausted right now. Even then, if they can improve, it's just very little. most of the improvement that they have already done before, they've already incorporated in the previous mission as well. So I can say it's pretty long to fingernail. So we are not going to see GSLV Mark II going to fly any longer than this mission. And if I remember, this mission will be this mission plus the Navik mission in its pure variant. It will be 6 launches left. But if we counted the GEV mission, if I remember, GEV rocket actually stands for GS. I don't even know what they are even putting the GV remark, but GV is basically specifically only to test the Indian space plan, which actually they dub it as, sorry, not DUB, it's DUB, DUBBED. They dub it as the RLV launch vehicle, the reusable launch vehicle space plane. So basically they are going to test that for one last time. After that the GSLV rocket family form as a whole practically will come to the end, and it's going to be replaced by another 3 rockets in the list, maintained by ISRO or ISRO, or known as aka Indian Space Research Organization, also maintains together with the NSIL, New Space India Limited, basically commercial arm version of the ISRO or ISRO. Basically two things same together, but NSIL basically handles the most of the commercial launches, booking and whatnot on behalf of the real parent of the GSLV, so of the ISRO. So basically that's it in the nutshell. And yeah, that's it. The rest of it we cannot guarantee when it's going to launch and whatnot. It is what it is, but well, and yeah, the rest of this mission we will see if it's even going to happen. And yeah, the grain goddess provides. If they finally announce it, I will also going to change it from my previous non-stream rocket launches. If I remember, originally from like a year, almost like a half year ago. Yeah, 6 to 7 months. Nothing to do with the 6-7 memes. Okay, I'm being very serious here. 6 to 7 or could be 8 months ago. Still not yet used that stream level. So I try to finish that backlog catalog as soon as possible. So yeah, and say if and also either way, let's say if either of the Global Star 2-R mission 1 or Bluebird 8 to 10 missions launch, I will going to use the stream link from the previous unlaunch from previous stream that I didn't stream before, that's already been launched before the, if I remember, for the Italian Space Agency for their Cosmos SkyMet second generation. I'm going to reuse that again for either of these missions. Whichever will launch first, I will reutilize it. Okay, and also for the GPS 3 follow-up mission, you know, the GPS Block 3F, that one I still put it on hold. If it's properly launched, will be launched on board the Falcon 9 rocket, or maybe even Falcon Heavy, I will convert it into such stream for the Block 3F mission. That's also will be coming in. And also for the Spectrum rocket for this onward and upward mission, this will be later. I don't know when. It is what it is. We will see that soon as well. And that's it. I don't want to waste too much time. We have already discussed way more than what my pay grade allows me to do, and also because, believe it or not, it does. If you see any kind of advertisement on my channel. That's not on my side. I do not receive any kind of monetary compensation and whatnot. I do not receive that ad revenue. So yeah, it's a bit, it's what it is. I tried to do my best, even though even though this channel is practically just funded, basically just self-operated by myself here, myself, Daniel Suguwa, uh, which I formerly known myself as, which formerly I known as Ultimate Sonic Zone, and also how do I say, with the and also with funding that, so that I remember one of the significant part for the new laptop. I actually funding myself. Okay, stuff with the trading here and there, especially with the crypto. That's the only best thing that I can do. So yeah, that's how I actually able to fund this kind of laptop. It doesn't mean I'm rich. No, contrary to that, still uh, st- still in the process, but well, it's better than nothing. And also partly by my sister as well, Mio. Yeah, Mio. She's actually very kind to help me whatever I need as well. Even though I don't want to ask that kind of help that much, but by but if she really wants to help, well, might as well I just get get some help as well, occasionally. So that's it. That's the only funding that this channel able to do. I'm not getting much, whatever I can. Okay, so that's it. That's the only thing that I can do. But but yeah, it's pretty normal. And I need to be very clear. Just because I mentioned about the crypto trading stuff here and there doesn't mean I entirely believe about on that kind of stuff. You just do it like a business, like something you just need to raise some kind of money, trade some stuff, buy, sell, and then and then after and then afterward you try to manage that kind of money as much as possible. Hmm, by no means I'm even rich at all, but well, it's better than not having this channel fund, keep continuously its job. So that's the only best thing that I can do in my best ability so far. So yeah, I don't know. I'm even saying this on the record, but that one is because I try to be as honest as possible. But well, just enough not to give too much weird detail. Uh, you know, because these day, peop- because these day people can't just have good kind of life. So that's the only best thing I can do. Whatever I can do, I just do. Okay, and that's it. I don't want to say too much or even doom and gloom stuff, but it's already past midnight right now. It's already almost 10 minutes into the midnight, so it's time for me to go to sleep. And yeah, I'm being very frankly honest. I really want to sleep, even though I still felt very enthusiastic want to talk, but it is what it is. Okay, so thank you so much everybody for watching. I'm Daniel Suga, your host today for the Long March 2F rocket launch, for the Shenzhou-23 uh, 23 man mission, now on its way to the Tiangong Space Station with the three crews on board on this mission. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching, and I shall see you next time. And I I don't know as well. You want to subscribe to this channel? That's up to you. You want to like this video or even comment or whatever? That one is up to you. You know what you want to do. If you want to do it, it's okay. If you don't, well, I'm fine, and you also fine. you know, no hard feelings whatsoever. So, thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care. It's already midnight here, almost 11 minutes, minute into past midnight. So, yeah, it's now 25 of 25 May 2026 on Monday, so it's better for me to get myself some good sleep. So thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care. And also need to give you some disclaimer if you hear some weird stuff behind the scene, some obscene word. That's not on me, that's on my roommate. Okay, so this is quick disclaimer in case any kind of problem. I try to keep this channel as family friendly as possible, but unfortunately not in this kind of environment. Is what it is, but that's it. So thank you so much for everybody for watching, and take care. Bye bye, and see ya. We will see you soon on the next stream. And that's it. We have already finished. That's it. Go away. Just have fun. You are now safe to exit from my stream, to quit from my stream. Okay, go. Take a break. Have fun with your day. Okay, don't force yourself. So that's it. Bye bye, and take care.